now today let's go for few more comments. Please remember this comment now. Which one? Git restore. Git restore, that is before commit. But if I push committed, my files are gone to the local repository committed. I done the wrong code. I need to come back. We have comment for that or not? So for that we have git reset. What's that? What's that? Git reset. We'll do that. So before that, I made the machine readily available, and then what is our landing command? Sudo hyphen yes. Clear. So what we need to do? Yum install -y git. I'm telling you, if you start practicing it, you start loving this. I'm telling you seriously. If you start doing this, practicing multiple times, so definitely you'll start loving it. Correct, Dinesh? Okay, so clear. So what we need to create a directory or not? You can create any directory. So the project cd git project. And what's the first command I need to get? Init. So I have init. So do the git status. So is there any commits here? No. Let us try to go and create one file. vi. I just say riaz.html. So I call it as welcome to DevOps Git classes. Okay, self-promotion. No need of any promotions. Okay, so I'm just kidding. So here, so I say, what's the next command? Git. Don't do that gap also. Git add this one, and then git commit hyphen -m, and then call it as DevOps. Okay, for example, and then which one? Riaz.html. Okay, but every time that you do, you see these bhayanak things are coming, right? So this git is giving you already one hint. Arey babu, whatever the commit that you are doing, by default, it is coming as committer name is root. Committer meaning the one who is doing the work. Right, so what is the committer here? Root. So this is the name that is giving it, saying, Babu, that is not a good name. So please give the name using this command. Is saying you just run these commands and then you can do that also. We already done this git config user got name and then Riaz we have given, right? But here there is another way we can use this also command. What's the command? Git configure hyphen global hyphen edit. Okay. So what I do? Enter. If you enter, it says please adapt and uncomment the following lines. Uncomment. So hash meaning here comment. So if you want to uncomment, what I need to do? Remove the hash. So go to insert mode, remove it. Go to insert mode, remove it. And here name is good to be root. What I do? Give some name. No? And it is good here. No. @ Gmail, and then save it. Save it up. Okay. Once you save, and after doing this, you may fix the identity used for the commit with. So previously, if I do git log, what it says? Root. Is it good to be root? We can rename or not? We can rename the author. How to reset the author? This one. Say that. Git commit -amend, and then hyphen reset author. Okay. So here, if you want to change the commit message, you can change the commit. What is the commit message I have given here? Riaz DevOps classes. You can wish whatever you want, and then just save it. And if I do git log, got it? Author got changed or not? So remember, whenever you're doing some work in the Git, so this itself will give the commands to do the next thing sometimes. So please keep an eye on that. It will be useful for you. Okay. So what is the command that we have used here? Let's go to what sheet is this? Cheat sheet. So global edit, and then what we did? Reset author. Okay. So resetting author is clear, everyone? Online today? Yeah. Okay. So Git status, everything is clean. Okay. Now, if I do ls, there is a file called riaz.html. So what I do, I'm a junior now. I'm a junior. There is a file called riaz.html. So I want to edit that file. I'm very scared. How to edit? So while doing this, so I edit it, and then what I do, welcome to, I say AWS DevOps Git class. I did a mistake here. What's that? I did a mistake. I saved. I didn't know that I have done a mistake. Now you can see the mistake. SSS is there, but in some code will be there. No, who will be doing all these things? Developers. Developers will not be playing like how I'm playing. They will be doing a real code, Python code, and somebody have done the changes. And then what they do? They will git add, and then what they did commit also. So junior committed. Okay. Oh gosh, it's got committed. If I do git status, then I realize as a junior I have done a mistake. I've already committed. So what I need to do? Go by the previous things or not? So what's the command I can use here? Git reset. Say that git reset. So here you can have your own emotion. I wrote it here, that emotion also. Oh shit, I have committed a wrong code. I've committed a wrong code. So accidentally you have committed now, but you want to get it back from local repo to staging. So now if you see git status, everything is clean or not? Everything is clean. It's already went to which directory? Local repository. It went to the local repository. Now if you want to get back, what do you need to do? Git reset hyphen sort head, and then what is it called? What's the arrow mark called? Caps. What's that? Don't do like this. Right? Okay, cap. So yes, checkout will also help. So do you see this here? Now there are two things you can do. Git reset hyphen soft to hyphen hard. Soft to hard. What is the difference between soft and hard? In real time, many people will do this mistake. I saw n number of times. I used to shout to the developers. If you don't know any command, sir, it is only soft to hard only, sir. Soft to hard is a very big difference. Is there? Yes or no? Very big difference. You see the difference here is if you select soft, the file will be back, but your changes that you have done wrong code will be still there. If you want to just get the file back, right, and still the worst code will be there. But if you want to delete it and get the things old version back, then use hard. So in this, you uncommit and so see, let's do two things now. What do we do here? Git reset hyphen I'm going with what? Soft. Which one? Head and then caps lock. Yeah. Okay. Now if I do get status, now it came to staging or not? Now it is back from stage 3 to stage 2. stage 3 to stage 2. We got it back. So it's not committed now. So now you do the modifications here, and then if I do cat, what is that? Reals.html. Do you see the data is still there? Let's send it back to stage 2 again. Git add and then git commit. Git committed. Now I use what? Hard. Let's see the difference. Git reset hyphen hard and then head caps lock. Now we do cat. Which one? You see that now? This was there. No. So it is came back to the previous version or not? Got it now? Online. So do you see the difference between soft and hard? So what these people will do? They don't know the difference. They don't know developers. Most of the people. I'm not saying every developer. Very rare. So they'll do the mistakes like this. Soft and hard differences. They don't know. And once you get it back, you cannot undo the changes. Right. So once you get back, you cannot do any kind of nasty things anymore here. Right. We can do directly hard also. No problem. It's not mandatory to go to soft first and then hard next. No. I showed you both the comments. I showed you soft also. I showed you hard also. Understood here, everyone? Online. See, I gave you the quick difference between git restore, git reset. Git restore, git reset. So git restore meaning what? It will work on the working directory or staging area. If you want to untrack the changes, if you want to untrack the tracked files, what is the command that you use? Git restore. Yes or no? The file is in stage 2. And if you want to get it back untracked, git restore. Your commit will change. Commit messages, commit history will change. No. But whereas when you do the git reset, commit histories will change. Here also it got changed or not? So my commit history changed to the old version or not? Right? So it changed to the old version or not? Right? So for that reason, the difference between git restore and git reset is, so git restore scope is on the working directory or in the staging area, but git reset is commit history, staging area, working directory. So does it git restore will affect any commit history? No. So this will reset will affect the commit history. So primary use case is undo changes or unstaged files. Which one will use? Which command will use? Restore command. So if you want to undo any changes, I told you yesterday, this one. So I change the file and I want to undo the changes. So what is the command that you use? Git restore. But once you committed and then if you want to undo it, then go for reset. Got it? So git restore is less destructive, whereas git reset can be, especially with what command, what argument here? Hard. Hard meaning destructive. Destructive meaning what? You can lose the changes. If you lost the changes or not? What is the difference between restore and reset? Online, clear enough? CC? Everyone? Okay. So what's the command that you have learned? Git reset. Git reset, what's the command? Say hyphen soft and then head the caps. This is one thing. So here, no data loss. So we are getting our AWS concept, no data loss. Right? And here git reset hyphen hard and then head. Here data loss. Data loss meaning it can be destructive. Okay, good. So now let's go for next interesting command here. Let me give one real-time example. Real-time example is, let's say, what's the name? Nitish. So assume Nitish. I said in real time we will be working in the form of stories. What that? I didn't. If you remember DevOps overview, I have given you, right? In DevOps area we have learned about Scrum. Remember Scrum, right? So and I told you about the Scrum models and then Agile models. Remember? So how we will be dealing in the real time is a project manager. Project manager will get the project. Team leader, what he'll do is he will create stories. What he'll create? Stories. You can think like a task only. We call it as here stories. What we call stories. Okay. Now Nitish is. I asked her, Nitish, work on story 1. Work on story 1. Story 1 meaning one task. So he's working. Let's create a file. Python story 1 file. He's working. He's doing. This is he's doing some push commands here. This is Python code, long code. So he's doing nasty things. Okay. He's doing all these good things. Okay. See, he's working. He's working. Now all of a sudden, what I do is I have asked, hey Nitish, stop working on story 1. Stop working on story 1. Park that aside and work on story 2. This is the requirement. Okay. Reals.html is also there. Let's remove everything for you. I'll keep it clean. Otherwise, I'll start. Do we have any files here? No. What I do, git status. So what I do, git add and then git commit -7. What I do here? Clean. So I'm clean here. Nothing is there in my directory. In my local repo also nothing is there. Now Nitish came and said, I said, Nitish, work on story 1. What do you do? You need to work on story 1 or not? So he's opening the Python code. Python. Which one I said? Story 1. And he's working. This is Python code story 1. Some code is working. So what I did, I have saved it. And now what I do? Git status. So if I do git status here, I'm working on this. So I'm working here. Nitish is working on this. All of a sudden I said, stop working. And then move it to story 2. Listen here. Stop working and move it to story 2. What will you do in this case? That is the thing I said. Nitish and everyone stop working on story 1. Work on story 2. What will you do now? Again, VI story 2 you do. But Python story 1 is not completed. Half code is done. Will you commit it? See the logic. Python 1, the story 1 is in progress. It's not completed. I am doing code still. Is it good to commit? No, right? Commit meaning you are done. Then only commit it. I don't want to commit it, but I want to keep it aside. Keep it aside, and then I want to work on story 2. So what I do is first I'll git add which one? Story 1. I kept it. VI story 2. Now what I do? Git status I do. It is in which state? Staging state. Now I work on VI story 2, and then that also I'll stage it, and then I commit it. Yes or no? But instead of doing like this, we have a concept called git stash. Say that. Git stash. STASH. Git stash. Say that everyone again. Git stash. So whenever you do git stash, what will happen is whatever that you are doing the current work, it will be kept aside. Your working tree will be clean. Your working tree will be clean. So now tell me here, git stash. I've given this here. So what I did here, I created story 1. Now suddenly manager called and asked to work on story 2. What you do? Git status, red color, and then what you do? Git add. Now what you do? Git stash. Once you do git stash, what will happen? Story 1 will be removed from the working directory, and then it will be placed in some temporary location, which is managed by Git. You don't worry. You don't worry. Let's see. What I need to do here now? Git stash. I did git stash. If I do ls, where is the file? Python story 1. Where is the file? It is not here. If I do git status, branch is also, my working directory is also clean. Previously it was in staging. Now it is clean. So this story 1 will be kept aside separately, which is not related to the working directory at all. You getting it? Now Aram say work on. Now it is normal, your normal working directory. Now Aram say work on which one? Let's create story 2. Python story 2. Go here. Consider this is story 2, for example. I completed this work. What I do? Git add which one? Python story 2. And then what we do? Git commit -1, so -m, and then Python story 2. Which one? Python story 2. I do git status. I'm done with story 2. What I do? I'm done with story 2. So manager called me and I'm done with the story 2. See, now create a story 2 file and then git story 2 commit and then status. Now what we need to do? Now let's work back on story 1. So we need to get the story 1 back. What's the command? Git stash apply. Say that. Git stash apply. So if I do ls, do I have my Python story 1 now? Now what I do now? Vi Python story 1. So here Python story 1, I call it as it's completed. And then simply what do you do now? Git add and then git commit story 1 and then Python story 1. So git status. Done. You understand stash command? What is the stash command used for? Keep the working files, the current files aside for some time. Stash is meaning keep it aside. Got it? Online today is clear. Super command, because this is very commonly used in real time. Git stash. Online experience people. You guys are using or not? Yeah. So very good. So what's the command here? Git stash we used. And then if you want to apply, git stash apply. Clear, everyone? So that is on git stash. So we are done with it. Okay. Actually, this was supposed to cover yesterday only. So we have covered yesterday only 4 commands, right? So yesterday we used to, I thought to cover reset and then stash. Okay. Now let's move to the important concept of Git. Let's move on to GitHub. Which one? GitHub. Yes, you can do the cherry pick also. Which exactly? I'll talk about that, Rajnikant, right? Yeah. So I still have mine. Okay, I still have. So here we have the GitHub. See, whatever that we are doing it here. This question, sir, as DevOps, do we get to work on Git much, or is mostly for developers? I told you this yesterday already. So this will be mostly used by whom? Developers. As a DevOps engineers, you don't need to learn this much at all. As I want to teach you everything about the Git, I'm teaching you all aspects and all scenarios. So, but in real time, DevOps engineers will work only on Git, add, ACP, only ACP, add, commit, push and pull, and ACP is the only things that we do in real time. Okay, now. So now here we have the GitHub. What is the concept of GitHub? So what is GitHub? Whatever that we are doing, everything we are doing on the local machine. Yes or no? We are doing on the local machine. This is the local machine. Whatever that we are doing, it is on the local machine, local repository. What happens if this machine goes down? All your work is gone. All your work is gone. So how many stages are there here? 3 stages. One is working directory. Second one is staging area. Third one is local repository. So all these 3 stages are in the local machine itself. And just in case if the EC2 or this machine is crashed, all your code or data is gone. So this concept is local version control system. Is that good? For that reason, we went for distributed concept. So if you want to use the distributed version control systems, then you need to have somewhere another repository. You need to have somewhere another repository. Now we have the code in my local repository. Now I need to place the same code in remote repository. But where is that? Will you create another server for it? Will you create another server? I call it as Git server, install Git and create repositories there. But who is to maintain that? What I'm saying is, okay, directly you're going to GitHub. Now, before GitHub, I have something. So I have all my machine code here, local machine. So I need to put somewhere. That somewhere is, that should be another server. That server should be managed by us or someone else. Us only, right? So I will launch one more EC2 instance, I'll set up Git server and I'll create repositories there. And I'll be pushing from here to that another server. What if that another server goes down? Yes or no? So for that reason, instead of handling all these things, so Git here came up with, Microsoft came up with here, GitHub, which is completely cloud-based. What's that? What is the difference between Git and GitHub? So Git will be using locally the commands and GitHub is a cloud-based repositories. What we do in the GitHub is only create repositories, whatever the code that you have in local machine, push it to GitHub. Till now we have seen AC. Now you will be seeing B. Before push. Let's go and push. So before pushing, we need to have a repository created there or not? So what we need to do, so do you have GitHub accounts? Okay, so those who don't have GitHub accounts, what you need to do now, first you need to go and create a GitHub account. So go here and say GitHub. What do you need to do? First, sign in or sign up? Sign up. You want me to show how to sign up? Thank God, please don't ask. You're all great AWS engineers already, so don't make me, right? So here, what is just click on the sign up and give your email ID, password, and the username, continue, and then create it. So once you create it, who doesn't have GitHub account? You don't have? You also don't have? You have. Who don't have? You don't have, right? So let's see, how do you do? Sign up. And then here, you do it. No, let's not be, right? So what I thought was to create in front of you, I think anyone can go and create it. Okay. So do you think that I don't have GitHub account? I have, right? Definitely I have a GitHub account. I've been using, so I've been using this. And then I need to sign into my GitHub account or not? Yeah, so I don't remember my, so I need to see my laptop. So make sure that first you need to have your GitHub account. Okay. Not root 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Sorry. Nice. Okay. All right. So this is my GitHub. So actually, if you go to the dashboard, okay, see here. If you go to what is this here? Your repositories. Okay. So I have how many repositories here? 26 repositories. And all these repositories, I'll be using this for your projects. After Git, I'll be teaching what? Maven. It's very simple, one-day class. So for that, you have a repository. We'll be doing Netflix project. We'll be doing 2048 game project. We'll be using Tetris project, multiple versions. We'll be using Zomato project. We'll be doing Hotstar project. We'll be doing Amazon project. We'll be doing some Docker project. We'll be setting up HDFC website project again, right? And then serverless app we have already done in AWS, right? And then Terraform, Jenkins projects we do, right? And then EKS projects we do, right? And then Argo CD project also we do, right? And then so many projects that we'll be doing it, okay? Okay, so for you, you don't have anything. So you don't have a, okay, there's a question. What is the difference between DevOps and DevSecOps? Simple. DevOps, so what is there in between? SecOps, SEC, security. So basically, you know, right? We will be creating pipelines. In overview, we have learned about pipelines, right? In that pipelines, no, it's okay. Don't say that. It's good. In the pipeline, so generally we'll be using some DevSecOps tools, right? Where it is used to scan your images, right? So for security purpose, we'll scan the images, we'll find all vulnerabilities. So if you are integrating all these tools inside the pipeline, then that pipeline is called DevSecOps pipeline. Okay. So I promise that I'll be teaching DevSecOps also, right? Good. Okay. So what you do is simply, I have so many repositories, and you don't have any repositories. You are fresh. You will be like this here. What you need to do, you need to create a new repository. We're going to create a new repository. So let's click on here, new. Okay. So when you're creating a new repository, create a new repository. Here, who is the owner? You are the owner, and here we need to give the repository name. It can be any name. So I call it as what? 7:30 p.m. repo. You can give any name. I'm just giving 7:30 p.m. repo. And you see, give some description required. And there are two types of repositories: public repository, private repository. So you know very well the difference between public and private. Public meaning which can be seen by everyone, whereas private meaning only you can see. Right? If you create a private repository, you need to authenticate, and you can see no other people can see it. So which one you want me to create here? Public. Let's go for public. Don't worry about the .git ignore. I'll be teaching you about the .git. So ignore meaning nothing. Why to make it suspense? So basically, git ignore concept is you have your files in your local machine. Let's say you have 10 files. In that 10 files, you need to tell Git track only 9 files, not that one ready file. And how many times you modify also, Git will not know. That file you put it in git ignore. Git ignore. Git ignore karega. In every file, if you modified it, Git will not consider as a tracking. That will file not be considered. That is called git ignore. You want that now Git ignore here? No, that's why just ignore it. Right? When I say ignore, it is good for your health. So let's go and click on here, create repository. Everyone understand how to create a repository? So create a repository. See, once you create a repository here, so by default, this Git is giving you these commands. It is giving these commands. So now let us go and do these commands here. Okay, fine. So what I do is I clear. Should I remove everything here? Keep it clean. What is that? rm minus rf star and then git add and then git commit. Why I'm doing multiple times? To make you habit. Git status. So my working directory is super clean now. Online chat is my working directory is clean now. Okay. My working directory is clean now. Let us go in. I'm a developer now. Let us go and create some files. Let's create some Python files. Let's create 10 files. Come in. Python. How many? 1, 2, 10. Ooh, 10 files got created. What do I do now? Touch another file. Hello.txt. Clear. Okay. Now what do you do? Git add. What I need to do here? I want to do everything. -a also you can do, or dot also you can do. Okay. Next, git commit -m. What files are these? Python files. Here what I need to put? What I need to put? Dot. What's that? Dot. Committed. So now tell me, if I do git status, all my files are where now? Local repository. Where are all my files? Yes or no? Online. Where are all my files here? Local repository. We have done AC. We have added. We have committed. Now what we need to do? Push. Where? GitHub. So to push to the GitHub, if you do here, git to push. Will it push you? It will push you. Because push you are telling where should I push you? So you need to tell this local repository that, hey, Babu, remote is this place. So we need to mention that. So we call it as remote origin. Say that. What is that we need to do? So we need to mention to the local repository, Babu, local repository, your remote origin is our GitHub. That to which repository? 7:30 p.m. repository. So how do you mention that here? You don't need to do anything. Do you see this here? There is a command here. What is that here? Read it now. Hit remote, add origin. What are you doing? You are adding the remote origin in your local repository. Simply what you do? Copy and then here paste. See what is doing? Git remote add origin. Which origin? GitHub repository. No, this URL is there, no? So whenever you create the repository, so this Git will give you this HTTPS link. What is that here? So you can push to this link, or also you can use SSH also to do it. I'll show you both. Right? So HTTPS also, SSH link also. So remember, whenever you create any repository in your GitHub, .git will be the extension. What's that? Every repository has the same link or different links? Different repositories will have the same link, different links. But till here to here it will be same. Only the repository name will change. So you are telling to this directly, Git project directory, to this machine, hey Babu, please remember my remote origin is 7:30 p.m. report.git this one. So enter add. Was it here? Add. Understood? And what it says here. Now what I need to do? Git push. Push where? -u origin. Okay. Okay. So I have one question. So remember I told you about a little bit of a branching concept. What is the default branch that we have? Master branch. Say that everyone. Online, put it in a master branch. What is the default branch that we have? Master branch. Our local repository has a master branch, but the GitHub by default has what branch? Main branch. Many people will have the problems here. So here, if you are pushing the code to your GitHub repository, branch should be match or it should be different. Match. But local we have master branch and remote we have main branch. Will it match? No. So you tell me now here, what I need to change in this command? Put a master. Don't be blindly execute the commands. This is what I tell. What the command is doing, you should know. So git push -u origin, which branch? Master branch. So when you push the master branch, so automatically in GitHub, master branch will be created automatically. By default, which branch will be there here? Main branch. When you push with the master branch will be created in the GitHub. Concept clear? Now, if you want to see, sir, where it got added, there is a command called git remote -v. What's that? Git remote -v. Do you see this is the repo that we are pushing or not? This is our origin. We can fetch also, we can push also. Fetch meaning pulling it. There's a difference between pull and fetch, we'll talk. Is it clear? What we did, Nana? We created, we have the files, we have sent to our local repository. Now I need to push. Before pushing, what you need to do always, you need to add the remote origin. Say that, add the remote origin. What is our remote origin? GitHub repository. Don't say GitHub, it is GitHub repository. And then what I do now here? Git push -u origin master. Getting it? Now hit enter. What is asking? Username, password or not? Anyone can push directly to your public repository. But that is what we need to do. You need to authenticate. What we need to? What is the username here for me? Riyaz check. Password. Remember, recently Git has removed the password concept here. Update. Listen carefully. So for this, we need to use something called token. What is that? Say that everyone. Tokens we need to use. How to generate the token? So how to generate the token here? So go to here. We have here settings here. Settings. Here developer settings. Do you see? Personal access tokens. Which one here? Classic token. So I'm just deleting these tokens. Expired tokens. Okay. Generate a new token. Which one? Classic. Now tell me where should I go? Settings. Where is it? Here. Go here. Settings to your profile. Go to settings. Next. On the left side we have developer settings. Next. Next. Token classic. Next. Here we have generate new token. Which one? Classic. And then here I call it as 7:30 p.m. token. Expire within 30 days you can put. And what kind of scope? What this token can do to your repository is, so it will do commits, right? Whichever that based on the requirement you can go. Deal with packages if you want, select all workflows are not required. User email. So whichever that you want, you can just select it. And then what here? Generate token. You created this token? Yes or no? This is the password. What is it? This is the password. Got it, Nana? So this password you need to save it nicely or not? So where should I save? Example. Okay. This is the token. So what I need to do here? Here I need to click on right click. What I need to do? Right click and then paste it. Remember, the token will not be visible because this is a password. So hit enter. Now push it. You see what it says? Counting objects. How many here? 15/15. Compressing the objects. Writing the objects. Right? And then remote. And then what it says? New branch. Whenever it says new branch, what branch is created? Master. From your local, the remote master branch is created. And this is your to whom? To this remote repository. Everything is pushed now. So now what I do? If I go to which one here? Repositories. Go to repositories. Which one? 7:30 p.m. repo. And you should be able to see all the files here. Is it easy? Easy? Understood? Online? Clear? Okay. So push it again. Push it again. Let's do again. Tell me, what are the files that we have here? Python 1 is there, right? Should we go and edit Python 1? VI Python 1. I call it as this is Python 1 code. We'll talk. We'll see now. Dinesh, real time. We'll see. Okay, now next. Git add. Which one? You want to commit all because we have only how many files? Untracked. Only one file, right? Either you can do Python 1 or you can do dot also. And then git commit minus, right? Which one you did? Python 1 modification, right? And then which one you did? Here. Enter. We have done AC. Now git push. What's the command? Git push origin master. Git, no problem. Git push origin master. Let's see what it says. Now it is asking for what again? Every time you're pushing, it is very frustrated or not? For now, let's give. Yeah, check. Password. Token. Right click. Paste. Now push it up. So if I go, where should I go? So refresh it. So here do you see Python 1 modification. And you see here, if you go inside it, and you see this is Python 1 code. And if you see the history here, right? So Riyaz committed 11 minutes ago. What is this? This is what? Committer ID. If you go inside it, this is the code that we have changed. Understood? Okay. Now every time that you are doing it, is it good to give the password? Is it good to give the password? So we need to cache that username and password in our here or not? We need to cache it. For that, we have a command here, little bit big command. You see this? Git config -n global credentials.helper cache. What it will not ask for the password every time. So what's the command here? Say that git config -n global credential.helper and then cache. That means whatever the credentials that we are using, that it got now cached. So next time we'll ask for the password. Should we try it again? How do we do this? Let's do VI Python 1. So I call it as This is new code. What did you put? Git this is commit minus m and then new line added. So here dot and then what do you do? Git push origin master. You can do like also or simply git push. So git push origin master. It will ask for first time again. I saw this. So next time it should not ask again. Okay. Now I'll do here git push origin master. See, he's asking now. Git push origin master. Everything is up to date. Let's do again one more. Vi Python. Okay, let's take one more. Hello.txt. This is hello page. What we do now? Git add git commit minus m. Which page is this? Hello page and then hello or whichever. And then what here? Git push. Git push also. What please did it ask for the password? Did you understood? Git push origin master or also git push. Is it clear online? You know this reset command. What is the reset command? To the previous version. So I just gave in between because to trigger your mind. So what is will be used? So you can do this in the okay. Now let's go to another one. So is this clear here now? So if I this is done here, okay, let's go to my repo. Sorry, which one? Repositories for 7:30 p.m. repo. And then here, just now, what are the things that we have? Let's see. So this is the repo name, and what is this? This is public repo. You can pin it. Pin it meaning once you got more experience and everyone is watching you in the GitHub, which is public. So very fantastic repository. You can pin it. Like how do you pin it in Instagram? Your nice video, right? For popularity, right? So you can pin it if required. Fourth, I'll tell you all these things. Okay. Now you see here. What is the symbol? Branch. Which branch is this? Master branch. And which branch is this? Default branch. So we'll be learning about branching also soon. So here, what else we have? Add a file. So we can create a file also here. You can add the file locally and then push it also. You can add the file remotely and pull also. Push or pull. What we did now? We pushed it. Now someone has created. Now let's go and create a file. What is here? Add a file. Create a new file. You can upload also. You can create a new file. So let's go. And is Python 11. And what we do? Commit. What here? Commit changes. Click on here. Commit directly to the master branch, or else create a new branch. Do you want to create a new branch now? No. I'll teach you what's the branching concept, but commit directly to the master branch. Okay. Now see. Now tell me. Python 11 is there, but here in our local Python 11 is there. What I need to do now? Git pull. What's that? Git pull. Git fetch is different. We'll talk. But for now, which one will use? Git pull. If you pull it by seeing itself, it shows here Python 11 plus meaning here added. So if I do ls, so we have our Python 11 here. This is what we'll be doing in DevOps. What we do, whatever we do here, we push you, and whatever modification they do here, we will pull. Push, pull. Git is all about push, pull. But developers, as they are modifying multiple things, and then they need to collaborate with each other. For that reason, they need all this restore, rebase, right, revert, all these things they need. But for us, it is push, pull. But just in case if you're doing some any modification in your code, let's say we'll be writing some Terraform codes in future. And in that case, you should have a knowledge of how to restore, how to do the changes, how to come go to the previous commits. That is required there. But not that much that we have learned till now. Now everyone understood what is push pull concept? What we did here? Git remote add origin we did. Yes or no? What we did here? We created a what repo? GitHub repo. And what we did next? Git remote add origin and then URL we did. After that, what we did here? We created a file and then we git push -u origin master. Or also you can use git push origin master. Or else simply can use git push. And then if you don't want to use the password, we used here this cache. And then if you want to see git remote, we want to see your origin, git remote -y. And what is another command we have just now used? Git pull. Clear everyone? Online? Online, clear, CC? Okay. Super CC, nice, fantastic. Clear and offline. Okay. Okay, now we have seen git push, git pulls. Now let's use a command called git clone. What's that? Git clone. Let's say in real time what happens is you saw a nice repository which has super code, some project. Like if you go to my repository, right? If you go to my repository, because I have not exposed my repository to anyone, so that's why I have 3 followers. But what do you do now? Follow me. I don't have Instagram, so I don't have other things to follow. At least follow me here in GitHub. Okay, so I don't know what these followers at least. Okay, someone here. Okay, following me. Okay, so okay, fine. I'm telling what's that? Git clone. So okay, now you saw a nice repository here. For example, hey, wow, AWS here, yet not this nice project. And by the way, this is also one project. Let's see it for you. See, updated. You know how much I'm ordering you? Expected. Thank you, sir. So we have done 3-type project. Remember? Oh, your batch. 530 batch. So in AWS, I have given a 3-type project basically, where we set up the VPC, public subnets, private subnet, web servers, all these things. I showed you. And when time comes one Sunday, right, I'll teach you the 3-type architecture because you're all my old AWS students. I'll teach that. And the same project, we will do CI/CD in AWS using code pipeline. That project is this. This is AWS DevOps. Which one is? Okay. So this is the one which I told you, 3-tier app deployment database. But yeah, fine. Let's not confuse. Assume that. Let's take a nice. Let's say Amazon. What is here? So Amazon is there. If you go inside it, wow, there are so many nice pages and so many files are there. I want this. I want this in my local. I want this code in my local. What do we do? Git clone. What do we do here? Git clone. See, I go here. PWD. In which project I am? Git project. So this is a new project or not? Is it good to be inside this project or come out of it project? Out of it. Out of meaning CD. Dot. If you want to go inside it, go inside it. Now what we do? I need to download this code. So I need to clone. Clone meaning what? Copy. Clone meaning here what? Copy. So what you need to do here? Do you see this here? If you go to not only my repository, any repository that you go, if you click on code here, you will get this URL. So what is the command that you should put? Git clone this URL. Git clone this URL. Once you click on it, it will create a directory for you. What directory? Amazon directory. Should we do it? Simple. What we do? Git clone and then paste enter. Amazon is here. Go inside this. You understand Git clone? Understood? No? Don't worry about this code. You go mad if I see Docker files and all. We'll learn all Docker in coming days. But here you concentrate on Git clone. If you see anything, okay, any developer, let's say 3 developers are there. Developer 4 came, and all these 3 developers they have pushed the code in GitHub. And 4th developer, what you can do? Git pull is different, clone is different. Pull meaning when do you use pull? If you're already into that repository and you want to, if you have the remote repository has modified and you pull the files, you pull the code. Clone is completely repository. You're getting the clone in your local. Remote repository, you are getting the copy of remote repository to local. Git pull is different. Git clone is different. Today online clear? Nice. Okay, see here. So there is I showed you one way of authenticating it. One way of authenticating is through what? Authenticate using token. Using what? Everyone knows how to do this with the token. I'll show you now another way of authenticating it. Right? So you need to use authentication. See here, Rajesh. You need to use, if you want to clone a private repository, you can clone it, but it asks for the username and password. As this repository is a public repository that anyone can clone it. Rajesh, okay? Okay, see now here. I told you how to authenticate using token. There is another way to authenticate using what? SSH. Say that using one more time. Say using SSH. So how do we do that? Okay, see. So I'll not be in Amazon. I'll be in my Git project. Okay. So we are here. So I've already cached my personal token here or not? Yes or no? Did I already cache my username and password here? I cached it. Okay. So what you can do is next time you can also do it using authenticate using what? SSH. For that, what you need to do is you need to generate the keys. What you need to generate the keys. SSH keys you need to generate. What is that? SSH keys. How to generate SSH keys here? SSH keygen. In Linux we have learned this. Yes or no? SSH keygen. Did we learn or not? No? Huh? Online saying yes, offline is saying no. Okay, anyway, see. Okay, it's okay. Password is login, I think told you. I see. Password is login, we have done, right? So we have generated the keys now and copied the keys, SSH keys. That is what I told you. Practice is important. What is that? Practice is important. Let me say, you bring the stick tomorrow, especially for offline. Just kidding. If you think all you people, okay, fine. So, all right. So here, SSH keys. What is this here? SSH keys. So remember the task here. What I'm doing here is now how to authenticate to GitHub. What is that? How to authenticate to GitHub. I already showed you one way of authentication. What is that? Through personal token. Say that through personal token. There's another way of authenticating using SSH keys. What is that? So in order to authenticate using SSH keys, we need to generate the keys. No, we need to generate the keys. What's the command to generate the keys? SSH-keygen. Say that. SSH-keygen. So if you hit this SSH-keygen, it will ask something. Remember, in which directory these keys are getting created? See this here. Enter the file in which to save the key. It is saving in /root/.ssh idrsa. Okay, let it be there only. Enter a phrase. No need. Enter phrase again. Empty. So keys got created. Where are these keys now? Where are these keys? How to go there? cd/root/.ssh. Enter. If you do here, so we have 2 keys. One is public key, another one is private key. Public key and private. How to see my public key? What's the command? How to see? Read the content. Cat. What's that? Cat id_rsa.pub. Do you see this here? Okay, I'll clear it. I'll show you again here on top. Do you see this here? Now this public key, you need to update. You need to copy this and then put it into the GitHub. You put it to the GitHub. Again, same. Go to here where settings. On the left side, do you see SSH keys? Go here. Okay, and then here new SSH keys. Call it as 7:30 p.m. keys, and then paste it. Add. So now this will not ask for authentication. You can git push. Understood? Don't do git push. Will it work here? Tell me, will it work here? Huh? Okay, I'll do. See this error and tell me that. Why I got that error? Read that error carefully. Not a Git repository. That meaning is the first thing that I told you in the Git. Guys, see this error. Not a Git repository or any of the parent. Do you have any .git here? .git meaning is it Git repository? In which directory I mean? I mean .ssh somewhere. I haven't done Git init. If I have done Git init, then this will become the Git repository. I haven't done it. So if you have not done Git init, that is the error that you get. Okay, you guys first class we should know. Understood this? Understood. So Git init we need to do because are we in this which directory that we were in before? Now before what's that? Home, EC2, here. If it will CD, which one? Here it will work. Git the push, right? So here again it is asking very. So okay, so git push origin master. So everything up to date, right? So is it clear? And there is also one command if you want to remove the credentials. So there is a command also where you can exit it. What do you need to do? Exit. So I have given one command right here. So what it does? So I have given this command right. This right. Git find global file. So here you need to put exit. What's that? If you put exit, the cache will get clear if you want additional command. Let's stop it here. Is it clear? Online clear enough? So what are the things that we have learned today? So we have done git config global editor. And we have done reset authors, and then we have done git harder, and then we have done git stash, and then we create GitHub repository, and then we added a remote git remote add origin URL, right? And then git push, and then we have saved the credentials, and then we are pulling it. So these are main commands, but here in I have given nice how to do each and everything here. Param, I'm already sharing that in Google Classroom. I'll share this for the practice also. You know Git init? Yes or no? Add, commit, log, show, restore, RM, help commands, stash, checkout, reset. Right? Tomorrow we'll learn about transit. Okay. I'm going slow and study easily. We'll go like this. Yeah, with it correct. Okay, any questions? Happy students? So you're getting more things or not? Super. So can you give the final CC for today, please? Yes, Rajesh. Very good.